What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Jay Natisse, and I'm back with a recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 9, episode 9. So I think we're about at the halfway mark. I'm in the stew. my dude calls it the studio. It's just the sitting area in the kitchen, child. So all right, little bit. Just give me y'all a little bit. So my plan, I think, is to eventually move upstairs to our office. We have an office, but we're both in there. And then when he's streaming, which he's doing right now, he's streaming, and so we gonna work that out. But or maybe I got a spare bedroom upstairs, so we gonna figure it out. But right now, this is the studio right here. Anywho, so we gonna pick up where we left off, where Mia was like, "The fathers of my children can get along," and then everybody's like, "Wait, what? The fathers? The fathers?" And Mia's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I was talking about like my ex husband before Gordon, the father of her oldest child. I think he's like a teenager or something like that." Mia. Then Jacqueline starts saying stuff. I don't really be caring what Jacqueline got to say. I'm sorry. I liked her at first, but Jacqueline is just giving brown noser like a lot. So whatever. Wendy's like, "Oh, I don't mean to break this up, but I'm getting a citation from the mayor." And everybody's like, "Oh, a citation, a citation. Oh my God, what'd you do, Wendy? What'd you do?" Like, no, y'all dummies. A citation does not always mean a bad thing. So whatever. They're like, "Don't you mean proclamation?" I was like, "No, it's a citation." Anywho, so they're walking up to where Wendy's getting her citation from the mayor of Maryland, and Mia's like, "You never have my back, Jacqueline." Like, Mia be treating Jacqueline so wrong, and Jacqueline just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mia." Like, girl, bye. And then Ashley, Karen, and Stacy, they're talking about Stacy's upcoming mediation, and Stacy's like, "I'm just gonna go into it optimistic," which I feel like she should. And they're just like, "Oh no, you need to be prepared," and all that stuff. I mean, Ashley, everybody is not your ex-husband, or y'all not even divorced yet, but everybody's not him. But Stacey's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna come into it optimistic. Like, we've been amicable and all that stuff." And I mean, they do give a good point that going through divorce or anything like that, things get ugly, just like going through like a regular breakup and things like that. And then we get to the part where Wendy introduces her kids to their aunts, Eddie's sisters, and their husbands. It was really sweet. Eddie's sister hugs her. They hug, and hopefully this is a step in the right direction. Hey, so we move on. Grace and Giselle are out having an ice cream date. She's completed her first year at FAMU, so she's home for the summer. And then they talk about the twins. The twins are going to separate colleges. I think one is going to Spelman, the other one's going to Hampton, I believe. I think Giselle went to Hampton too. Am I right? Let me know. Okay. So Giselle's just like, "What am I going to do? I'm an empty nester. I'm an empty nester." So Giselle, you don't figure out what you're going to have to do for this next this next season, because you about to be in the house with nobody. Like, come on, girl. Hey, it's the morning of Ashley's mediation, and the boys are still on that counter, and it's driving me crazy. I just want to be like, "Get your ass off that island, child." But whatever. Ashley's dropping her boys off to camp. She's asking them like what countries they're learning in camp. Dean's like, "We're learning about Scotland." Real cute. So she's dropping the boys off at camp, and they're going to mediation, her and Michael. We get a scene from Kay. She's going to Greg's job. He works at he runs a non-profit organization, and she's bringing lunch for his mama worked there, his brother worked there, everybody worked there. And they're like, "When you gonna become a Diggs," which is Greg's last name. And Greg talking about when she start acting right. Now, Greg, I was liking you in the beginning. But you getting a little too big for your britches. See what happens when y'all give an ugly dude a chance. He's not ugly. He's not ugly. He's not ugly, but I feel like Kay could do better in terms of the look department, but see what happened when you give an ugly dude a chance? They start feeling themselves. Anywho, um, Kay talks about how there's an age difference. He's 42, she's 36, which I mean, at this point in the game, it's not really that much of a difference. Like, I'm 34. I'd probably date somebody. If I was single, I'd probably date somebody like early 40s, maybe. I think my cutoff at this point, again, if I was single, would be like 10 years older. I guess. I don't know. But anywho, Kay says she's moving forward with the lawsuit, the personal injury lawsuit against Deborah. Remember their big fight last year at the end of season 8. So she's moving forward with that lawsuit, and good for her, because Deborah was talking mad cash shit afterwards, talking about some, oh, I hope you enjoyed that ride to the hospital. I hope she screenshot that too. Next scene, we see the ladies minus Kay and Mia. Giselle orders she said charcuterie or something like that. She meant to say charcuterie, but I don't know what Giselle thought she was trying to say. So the ladies asked Stacy about mediation, and she's like, well, there was a bunch of stuff that I didn't know. There were accounts in her name and that she didn't know about, and all this crazy stuff. She's like, they had a old school marriage where she's like, I haven't paid a bill in 15 years. And then Wendy was like, Eddie and I aren't having issues or talking about divorce or anything like that. But she's like, I don't know who pays my mortgage, or like where my mortgage goes to. I don't know who does the light bill. And I guess Eddie pays all the bills and all that stuff, which again, if that's y'all's relationship, that's y'all's relationship. But I feel like you should know, at least know, because not even a divorce, but God forbid, what if your spouse pass away? Like, and then all of a sudden you just like, oh, my mortgage is due. Like, she don't, Mia, Wendy don't even know when her mortgage is due. What? Huh? Maybe it's just a millennial in me, but I'm like, oh no, I know when the mortgage is due. Like, whatever works for your household, I guess. But again, you need to know that stuff, because again, God forbid, not even speaking about divorce, what if somebody passes away? What if, God forbid, he gets injured and is like handicapped for the rest of his life? Like, come on, tighten up. Let's tighten up. Hey? And then Ashley talks about how in their mediation, Michael wanted her to sign like a non-disclosure NDA. That's my dude streaming. If y'all hear him, sorry about that. But he wanted her to sign like some type of NDA saying that she cannot speak about him at all on the show or anything like that. Ashley's like, I'm not signing that. And good for you, Ashley. Good for you. Hey, we get a scene with Karen and her daughter Raven. Raven's doing big things in New York City. Hey, Mia takes her girlfriend Jacqueline. Because Jacqueline already let the cat out the bag that her and Mia have, their little, munch on each other or whatever. Or, so she already let us know that. So, and she act like a jealous ex-girlfriend too. Like, get it together, Jacqueline. So Mia's like, I gotta, help my friend. Like, her fashions are which they are. And then Jacqueline comes in with her bob, and she's like, am I bobbing? And I was like, no, you're not bobbing, girl. You're not bobbing. I'm sorry. I mean, I should be one to talk, right? I'm sitting up here in front of y'all needing the retwist real bad, but it's close to Christmas, so we gonna be, but in my opinion, locks don't need to be looking fresh all the time in terms of retwist and all that stuff. Anywho, back to me and Jacqueline. Jacqueline's bob, it was weird, like, because it was kind of wavy and it was like here, and it just looked strange on her. Like, she needed to bring it down some. Like, if she had it down like right here, I think it would have looked better. but the wave and all that stuff just wasn't a look, in my opinion. So they're trying on clothes. Where was I? Sorry, y'all. Something happened. But Mia was just pretty much talking about how she's mad at Giselle. So we go on to the next scene, and this is actually the last scene of the episode. Ashley is part of this organization. I believe they help out the homeless, and it's called Off the Ledge or something like that. So Ashley is there going down a wall, like a wall of a building, and everybody arrives. They bring their kids and all that stuff. It's a good time. Mia comes, she hugs everybody, but she tells Giselle they need to talk. Okay. All right. Ashley started going down. I'm not afraid of heights, but I was like, oh child. Karen was over there praying. That shit was funny. Karen over there just like so afterwards, Ashley makes it down successfully. Afterwards, Mia and Giselle talk. She's talking about how she did not appreciate Giselle questioning her stuff about social media and all that stuff to the group, and she was like, "Oh, but when you caught your daughters bringing boys into the house and we were in DR, you didn't bring that to the group. You told me not to bring that to the group." And I'm like, and Giselle in the confession was like, Mia's going crazy, which she has because so Giselle was like, okay, so what happened was they were in Dominican Republic, and she said she saw a boy on the Ring camera. They're teenagers. Okay, like, and number one, and Mia, what does her kids doing something have to do with what you're putting on your social media? See how the two do not go together, like. And again, Giselle was like, if they put something on their social media, they're old enough to do so, like, because she has teenagers and young adults. Mia just grasping at straws for this at this point. But Giselle said, at this moment, I'm just taking it all in. But once I take it all in, I will react. So, dun, dun, dun. But that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you like what you see, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, ring the notification bell, and I will see y'all on the next video. Later.